Okay, what do they expect to see? Well, they can see the stuff that they've seen before, which is great fights, great action, explosions, vehicles, weapons, and the cast in this case is much bigger than before because we also have Mel Gibson, Antonio Banderas, we got Wesley Snipes, Harrison Ford, and Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the usual gang, including Arnold and Jet Li and the rest of them. So it's just a bigger, better version of number 2.
Yeah. I think, again, when you look at an Expendables movie and when you look at the whole franchise, it goes like this. It starts at big, and then you turn it up and it's bigger, and then the last part is biggest. So beyond this, it's going to be, oh my God, what in the world?
Or maybe bigger rest.
Yeah, yeah, bigger rest. That's the only other way to do it.
Bigger rest.
That's it. The Expendables 4, the bigger rest.
Hey, you should trademark that, man.
I know. Like
rip it,
3P.
they're going to steal
It'd be
it.
a good way to do it. Oh, we're a fraternity, man. We're a fraternity. I mean, it's really cool. He's wearing his today, but we had in the second one when they gave us these beautiful Panerai watches that kind of symbolize our brotherhood and the whole thing, and then they charged us a little bit later. But when I got the bill, I was like, well, we're all in a fraternity. But other than that, I know. I think we know what we've been through, and that's the big thing. We survive these movies because there's always a lot of danger involved.
I agree, yeah. It's a special project in my life, and I think in most of the guys' lives, because it'll only come along once in your career probably to be part of something like this, you know? I think they all know it, and that's why it's really cool when you get to come back and meet all those friends and have fun together and make a great film together.
It was unbelievable. I mean, I've always wanted to work with Wesley Snipes. I always wanted to be in a movie with Harrison Ford. The one reason why I'm even in entertainment now was that moment in 1977 when I saw Harrison as Han Solo in Star Wars. I mean, this is the reason why we're even doing it. And here he is. There he is on set. Antonio Banderas has been a fan of his for the longest. And you're just talking about some of the biggest, best names. Mel Gibson as Mad Max. And what happens when you see them, it immediately takes you back to the moment you first saw them, or first enjoyed it. So it turns out to be Mad Max versus Blade, or, in your head you have these fantasy fights that go on all the time, and it's been that way since the first movie.
Yeah, and I think what's cool is, I guess Expendables now is about as badass as you can get in the action genre as far as fights and shootouts and vehicles and explosions. So it's kind of cool when you're a part of it from the beginning and these other guys show up and, you look up to them like Mel Gibson or Harrison Ford, and you can tell that they're a little bit impressed too by what we're doing. And they're kind of like, you can see that they're a little bit kind of anxious about having to, step into those shoes and be with us. And that's kind of a nice, cool feeling for us too. Look, it's the kind of film you got to see on the big screen. I mean, it's big stars, big explosions, big action, big characters. It's just it's one of those films. You don't want to miss it. It's just too spectacular.
The only way I can really kind of put it in perspective is that you have a favorite album of a favorite artist, but there's a concert and he's in town, and the thing is, you can listen to your album all day. And you can play it and listen to it and the whole thing. But there's something about the group effort of coming and hearing your people's reactions to this artist, to the same song that you've always loved, the same thing that you totally have enjoyed for years, and you see them in concert and you're like, wow, here it is live, and I'm hearing the praises that everyone gives them, and you cheer right along. There's nothing that can, substitute for that. They said television was going to get rid of movies for years. That was back when television was invented. They thought the movie theaters were going to go out of business. But the thing is, you still go to the movies on Friday night because you want the group element. That's something that can never be replaced. We are wired to be connected. We are wired to enjoy things together. I mean, I could sit at home alone and watch every movie in the universe and have no one to talk about it with. And that's what it's about. It's really about that.
That's what Gunner does a lot. With a bottle of vodka.
Yes. Well, he's truly not alone. It's him and his bottle.
Yeah, and his demons. Well, it is special and fun, and it's got all the biggest action stars you've ever seen since the moment you were born, probably, in the same picture. And that's the reason right there, to go and see it.
Yep.
What else?
Well, first of all, you get your morality from action movies. You don't get it from school. Yeah. You don't get it from church. You get it from, man, this guy's bad, that guy's good. This has been happening since the days of John Wayne. So you understand, wait a minute, that guy's a bad dude. He did some bad things. This guy's a good guy. Is he going to get back? And these things are really, they just translate in every language, everywhere you go. Expendables is a bunch of guys with bad credit, okay, who have decided to group up, and together we're good. Together we do something we could never do on our own. By ourselves, we're a bunch of jack-offs. It's like we wouldn't get anything done. We can hardly take care of ourselves. But once we're unified, we are stronger than ever.
I think also all of these guys have had their own franchises. They've been in a lot of big movies, and I think just the delight of seeing a close-up of Braveheart or Riggs and Lethal Weapon or Mad Max, and then you see all of these movies played, and you see Stallone, you see Rocky, Rambo, then you see the Terminator, and then maybe you see Universal Soldier, Ivan Drago, or whoever. It's kind of. You're watching the Expendables, but you're seeing all of these other movies play in your mind, and it kind of makes it even fuller, the experience somehow.
Totally. That's well put.